Hey guys, welcome to the special marathon training series on the Mike White podcast. Clark and I are planning to run a marathon at the end of 2023, so we'll be getting together every week on the podcast, discussing how our training's going and what the path is moving forward. Hope y'all enjoy. All right, welcome to the Mike White podcast marathon training. We just finished week 15. How's it going, Clark?
It's going well. How are you doing?
I've never ran so many miles in a week in my life. I think I still have today's run to go, and I'm already at almost 54, just under 54. So you probably have even more than that, I would imagine. I don't know if you're tracking.
Oh, yeah. I'm a little bit higher than that, but that's all right.
Yeah, the other thing I did, I know we had the 2 days, and it just was better for my schedule if I just knocked it out at once. So I just went 12 on those 8 and 4 days. Modified that a little bit. Everything else, I just stuck to the plan. I shifted my Friday run to Saturday because I had a big, pretty much all day Bitcoin conference type thing Saturday or Friday. But yeah, just kept running. It was warm the first part of the week, got cold the latter part here. And yeah, it's been good though. Yourself?
Everything's pretty okay, I suppose. I've been having that side pain still. It was pretty brutal. Walking into Monday. But then I think I worked through it on Tuesday, and then I don't know if I just said it in my head and so I made it a reality, but today I started running and it hurt like crazy. And so I did cut the long run a little bit short, but other than that, I mean, while I'm running, I'm running okay.
Yeah, it's sticking around for a while. That's kind of weird. So, but yeah, I think that's important to listen to your body and not do something silly if you don't need to. And we're still super early, so I think it's good we're building up miles, and if we have to miss some miles or miss some time during the week, it's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, do you want to any takeaways? Any takeaways from running? Anything become more clear to you since we last spoke?
Let's see. Right now, I've just been trying to get the miles in. One thing that I've been finding myself, uh, I find myself feeling exhausted at times, and I think I'm not eating enough. And so my buddy that I work with and I are working out together. And so it's one thing that we're trying to keep ourselves accountable on is that we're keeping up with what we're eating and that we're not eating garbage. So we're not super exhausted for the next day.
No, definitely. I found myself being very hungry, and the eating that good stuff is big on the inflammation part too. Because if you're eating junk, more likely you're gonna have worse inflammation. More likely it might affect like your running style, or you'll injure yourself doing that. It won't be fun or enjoyable to run. So
Mm-hmm.
the diet, that's something I need to work on. Where for the most part I was eating pretty well. I got a sweet tooth, so sometimes if it's later in the day and I'm still hungry, I go for some sweets. So I guess the answer there is if I'm hungry I should just eat the real
Oh,
food.
yeah.
And yeah, if I'm full and I still have that sweet tooth, it's not rational really. It's just, you're not craving food, you're craving that taste. So that's something I got to get past.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this is something that we talk about all the time over here is um, it's not always the best to just load up like on breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Instead, it's better to kind of break it up into smaller meals that you can kind of eat throughout the day.
Yeah, and that's we disagree there because I think you have to do that if you're living off carbs and sugar, but I'm trying to my approach is going to be try to do the more fat adapted, uh, maybe even like ketosis type thing, and then uh, try to go off the fat stores and maybe 2 meals a day or something like that, or even be able to run fasted. I think that's my goal, but it's not going to work for everyone, especially if you are eating a diet with more carbs in it. So it'll be that's why I mean that's the goal when I run the marathon is to be fat adapted. So I'll have to start like a month out of being like really strict, but I might as well start now and see how that goes. But I don't know. We'll see. I I I uh I gotta. I'm gonna eventually reach out to Vinny Tortorich to see if because he does consultations, and I think he'll be definitely more than willing to talk about the marathon on the consultation. I just don't know if he'd be willing to do it recorded and be on a podcast. So would you want to jump in on that talk if I start talking to Vinny about the running? I mean, I'm sure. I think he'll be down. I'm not sure yet. I got to ask him. But he's the no sugar no grain guy.
Well, shoot, I don't know that I'd be able to speak on his level, but yeah, keep me posted on that.
Well, yeah. You could just at least shoot the questions, and because it's definitely a totally different style than what is commonly preached.
Yeah,
So I think it would be fun.
yeah, it'd be interesting to get a different perspective than kind of what I've seen in my running career.
Yeah. All right, man. So you want to list out next week,
Sure.
week 16?
We're walking into 16. I'm kind of getting used to these 8 miles in the morning, 4 in the PM. It's kind of getting to be my routine. So we'll start that off on Monday.
Nice.
On Tuesday, we'll have a 30-minute warm up with a 3 by 15 minute on off. So 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off for 15 reps with another 30-minute cool down. On Wednesday, just 80 minutes, conversational pace. Thursday, 8 in the AM, 4 in the PM. Friday, we're going to have a 30-minute warm up with 30 on, or 30 by 1 minute on, 1 minute off with another 30-minute cool down. And then Sunday, we're going to wrap it up with 100, with just an easy, or I mean, a long run, 120 minutes, just wherever you can get in there.
All right. So I got a little qualm on this the way we wrote this is so Tuesday it's 3 minutes on and then 3 minutes off 15 times, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
And then so when you say on, you thinking like marathon pace or faster?
You know, I've been bumping it up a little bit. I didn't even think about it, but I've been running a little bit faster than marathon. I've been more like half marathon pace on my fartleks recently.
Yeah.
But I feel like marathon pace is fine. I might be getting in better shape than what I expected I was going to be at. But yeah, I'd say marathon pace for this.
Yeah, and that's the goal. You can always, like Clark does, you can exceed your goal and go half marathon pace if you're feeling froggy. But yeah, that's a good goal to shoot for. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of miles again. So
This is going to be, and on that long run, we didn't specify exactly how hard. I think I'm just going to go out there and have a good day with just a little bit of, just run it seriously, but not take it too hard on myself. You know, I don't know if I said that right, but that's what I'm going to do.
no, I agree, and that's how I really approach all my runs, other than the intervals. If it's a long run, I'm just trying to do zone 2. It keeps me consistent. I enjoy doing those, and I think it builds a good base, and then push when you can. But yeah, we don't need to be killing ourselves every day. Like you said, you gotta recover sometimes.
That's right.
All right, guys, we'll get those miles in. Stack sats like you're stacking miles too. It's not investment advice, but Bitcoin's pumping. So hope you have a good week 16. See you, Clark.
See you.
Thank you for listening to the Mike White Podcast. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Mike White Pod, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Y'all have a great day.